So it's time to replace your resin in your spot-free rinse tank. This resin is reading 15 parts per million at the moment. Much higher than I like to replace it at. I like to replace it at 5 parts per million, but just whatever you're happy with. So the first step to replace it is to run water through it, so it's completely full of water. This makes it easy to replace the internal components. So all you got to do is unscrew the tank head, just push down and twist, just unscrew, and it makes it easy to remove the center tube when it's wet. So you just kind of massage it a bit, pull it up. If water's not right to the top, just fill it up right to the top. There you go, there's a little bit of resin on here. Just shake that off. So after you've removed the center tube, take off the male hose connector from the outlet where it says out on the tank head. Just unscrew this for now and remove this mesh trap that's inside. So what it does is, if in case any resin escapes, it traps it here. None has escaped on this one, but this is just the last measure, a last line of defense before it, goes out into your sprayers or pressure washers or anything like that. So just put this aside somewhere for now, okay? And you can screw this back on. We'll put that down and we'll go get our kit that we've ordered. So what you'll get, funnel, you'll get the extraction tube, you'll get a tiny little bit of hose just to help you extract it. You'll get the instructions, which led you to this. A bag that will be used to collect the old resin. And if you've ordered a 10 litre, you'll get 2 of these. If you ordered they're all 5 litres in size. So depending on whatever size you got. This one has 2 because it's a 10 litre. Next step, you need to insert the extraction tube into the bottom here. So the best way to do it is just push it in. Once you push it in straight, once you get it in there's a bit of a seal. So just kind of push it and just twist while you're doing it. It's the easiest way, and push it right to the end, like that, okay? And all you do, just push it in the center and just screw it on. A bit of resin in the threads there. Let's wash that out. That could happen too. Just wash the threads. Tight enough. Okay, so next step. Put this into the outlet, the one that we've just removed the mesh trap from. Connect your cloth bag, your spot-free rinse cloth bag. Put the other end of the hose bit in, pull the drawstring. Connect your tap water to this side, and what's going to happen is the water's going to push down, and it's going to push all the resin up through the tube, and it'll get collected into this bag. We don't want it to go down the drains. It is tiny little plastic balls. Probably not great for the environment. So just keep it all in the bag. Turn it on. And I'll show you what it looks like. That's the resin being extracted. It could leak a little bit here because we don't have the rubber seal with the mesh, but that's okay. Just keep doing this until it runs clear. So you can just watch it. This bag will contain 10 litres of resin. So if you say get a 10 litre, 15 litre resin replacement kit, you'll get 2 bags with it. So just turn it off once you get to a certain level. Once you think it's full, just turn it off and put the next bag in. It looks a bit like coarse sand. There we go, you can see that it's a bit more clear. Just keep it going until you think it's fully clear. Just turn it off now. That's it. We've just extracted all the resin. So now what you can do with this bag is, it's probably best to just hang it up somewhere. I'll put it up on this swing set a bit later. Just let that drain, let the water drain. And you could throw, once it completely dries, you can throw it, put it in another bag and throw it in the bin and keep that bag as part of the resin replacement kit. You can buy another kit when it's time to replace it. We will, now that you've got this kit, all you really need is your resin. So in future, you don't need to get the whole kit again, just the resin replacement. So now, next step, so we don't forget, this is really important. Put the mesh back on. Put it back in. Nice and tight. We open the lid, unscrew it. You can take that tube off, put that on a bit tight. So now you may have a small bit of resin in there, and that's okay. Just tip out the water only. There's only a tiny bit of resin in here. And it just drops to the bottom anyway, so I don't mind if there's a tiny bit of resin in there. But what you can do is, if you've got resin that you want to still tip out, just open the bag now. Now that it's solid, it stands up by itself. Keep it open like that. Give it a bit of a shake. And just tip it out. And there's only a tiny bit of resin left in there, that's okay. Cool, this can go over here. Time to put the resin in. What you do is, you put this center tube in, put the funnel over the top like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this resin inside here slowly. This takes a little while because we want to compact it and put as much as possible in there. You don't have to, but it just lasts longer between resin replacements. Cut the bag open. I do it from the corner here. So if you do it slowly, it'll all just fall in. But if it clumps, you have to tap it to go in. So you just kind of just let a little bit in at a time, and it'll all just fall in. So what I'll do is now I'll put a whole bunch in to show you what happens when it clumps. It's all clumped up. What I do in this case is just give it a shake, and then it goes in. So it's all aerated at the moment. It needs to be compacted. So you just keep doing that. Just fill it up, both of them. What you want to aim for, the level, is the lowest part of this funnel. You want the resin to be below that. So as close as possible to that is fine. But just again, be careful that this doesn't go in your eye. It does hurt. You just wash it out with water if you get some, but there's still a little bit of resin in here, but that's because we give a little bit more than what you need. What this does is it compacts it a bit more when you wet it. Clean the threads. Now all you need to do is put this back on. This needs to go inside here, like we did before. Just try and align it in the middle. And what I do is I twist it backwards till I hear the click. I just heard the click. And then you just twist it on. Make sure that the rubber is on here underneath. It's aligned as well. Just what I do is I keep my finger underneath if it's come off, just to hold it up until I can't anymore, and then just go. And then you just turn that nice and straight so everyone can see you have a spot rear rinse tank. There you go, replaced. Okay, now it's time to test it. I mean, you don't need to, but I'll just show you anyway. So before it was measuring, I can't remember, 15 or something. We replaced the resin, we put new resin in. All you got to do is run water through it. It takes a little bit. There we go. Just run it through maybe for 10 seconds or so. Put it in the cap. There you go. Showing 0 parts per million. And that's your tank refreshed and ready to go again. If you've got any questions, please email, message, call me, I don't mind. I'm always happy to help.